So the Seventh-day Adventist Church has actually set up more than 20 different plant-based food companies. They are the origin of the processed food movement. So Kellogg and his brother made cornflakes and a lot of other different sorts of cereals that came along with this. There was something like 36 different cereal companies came up around Battle Creek, Michigan during this time because they're all influenced by Kellogg. One was Sanitarium Foods here in Australia. It's one of the larger food producers, processed food producers in Australia. They are still owned by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, but they've had so much more influence since then. We know now that they've had undue influence on most of the major dietary guidelines and decision-making processes of the last century. And in fact, it gets worse than that because the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics in America was actually founded by the Seventh-day Adventist Church members. So the entire field of nutritional sciences and dietetics was founded by these people who are religiously anti-meat. The McGovern Committee, or the McGovern Report, which was the original attack against fat and meat. This was the first government-sanctioned advice to the public to say, hey, you need to reduce the amount of fat that you're eating. You need to get more healthy grains and vegetables and fruits and things like that. So the problem with that is the main author in that report was a Seventh-day Adventist member. Then we have Nathan Pritikin. Does anybody know who Pritikin is? Well, he was a professor at Loma Linda University. I don't know if he was a Seventh-day Adventist member, but he was certainly influenced by them, and he taught at a school that does not allow anybody except Seventh-day Adventists to go there. So he at least had some very strong ties with them, and he also testified for the McGovern Committee. These are the people that are pushing forward, the food pyramid sort of ideas, right? This is where they came from. Okay, so they started the institution. They wrote the textbook, they wrote the curriculum, and they have been perpetuating it ever since. That book is still in print in its current edition. That current edition is still being taught. Sally Norton, who people may know, she wrote a book called Toxic Superfoods. It's all about all the different toxins that are in plants. She was a nutritionist. She went to Cornell University, an Ivy League institution in America, and studied nutrition, got a master's, and she was just learning, just eat plants, just eat plants, just eat plants. And she was getting sicker and sicker and sicker until she almost died in her 30s from the amount of toxins that were in these plants that she was eating that were supposedly the most healthy thing that she could eat. That was her textbook. And lifestyle medicine was founded by the Seventh-day Adventist Church in 2003, and it was for this direct purpose of pushing a plant-based agenda in medicine. So it sounds good. You want to change your diet, you want to eat right, you want to exercise. Okay? Sounds good. I advocate for the same thing. But what they're telling you to eat is more grains, more fruits, more vegetables, less meat. Go vegan, start exercising, and you'll be right. And you won't be.